All right, everybody, and how are we doing here today? This is Susan AT Network. Today we're going to talk a little bit about empaths, okay? Empaths and people that have the ability to sense another individual's emotions, okay? Sometimes that's actual physical symptoms. It's not really all that it's cracked up to be. But there are certain things you guys really need to pay attention to. Because, see, empathy or being an empath is something that kind of shifts from one thing to another. And how do you even know if you're an empath? Well, stay tuned. We're going to find that right out right now. Okay. Now, do you find yourself being a little curious about strangers and other individuals? Okay, that's another sign. Another thing is, do you go into a room here? I mean, we're going into a room, we're actually sitting in a chair, and all of a sudden we're in one mood, and then the mood switches, and we're kind of somebody else. We're in a totally separate mood. We don't know why. Our mood shifts constantly. We come in contact with a particular person that's been angry, and all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm going to kill somebody. You're extremely angry. Okay, so why is that? Why is that? And of course, my mic isn't on, but that's okay. So why is that, guys? Why? Why do all of these things happen? Okay? Why are these things happening to us? What makes us as individuals, what makes us people that are empathic? And it's a difficult thing to actually deal with. And so what I want to do is give you guys some examples and a little bit of help. Now, you'll notice that a lot of empathic individuals have a tendency to fly really, really high. Almost feels like at times you're kind of flying above your body when you're not. You could be driving and feel like a part of you is flying at the same time up above. So what you need to do is you need to ground. We do need to ground quite a bit as empathic individuals. Now, empathy can work its way into many different factions, but basically, people with empathic abilities, sometimes they think that, and they get diagnosed with so many different things. You'll get diagnosed with bipolar disorder, you'll get diagnosed with like manic depression, schizophrenia. So there's a lot of psychological conditions that you as individuals can actually develop if you don't learn how to do it. And the first thing to learn is to identify that you do have this. Now, how do you do this? How do you identify? Literally, people that have empathy, people that have empathic abilities. You get very curious about individuals that you don't really know. I mean, people have a tendency to come up to you. Sorry, turning the volume down. People have a tendency to come up to you and start telling you things and telling you your life stories, or asking you for advice because they find you easy to talk to. And why is that? Because of your empathy. Because you do have empathy towards other individuals is what it is. And a part of you becomes very curious, okay? You do. You become extremely curious about other individuals and things that are going to happen. It's like, why? Why do I feel this way? Why is this happening to me? Now, a couple of crystals, actually, that I use to help me out. And again, we're talking like way back, many moons ago. Because, many, many moons back when I was a child, dinosaur era is what you call them, I guess. So, back in the dinosaur era, they had something known as crystals, yeah. First crystal I actually worked with was hematite. Hematite would keep me a little grounded, but not over-grounded. And that was my first step, because I didn't want to go from, and that's the thing you guys have to figure out, as far as working with crystals and crystal energy, there are many different types of crystals that do ground. We have, we have hematite, we have Anything red that actually works with the root chakra, all red crystals as well, like red jasper, red carnelian, not orange, because orange does work for the next chakra up. Let's see, tourmaline. Tourmaline is really good. Black onyx is really good. So there are certain crystals that you can actually work with in order to keep yourself a little bit more down on that level, to keep yourself a little bit more even keel. But you don't want to do dramatic. You want to be able to feel the energy that you have. You want to be able to feel what's happening. And a dramatic shift, and this is what people don't understand, a dramatic shift from one energy to the other can bring on what people assume is kind of like a bout with depression, and it's not really a bout with depression. It's because you're overgrounding yourself. But grounding energy is really positive because it's our energy center. But as an empath, we have the tendency to travel on what is known as a higher plane, okay? So our higher level of existence, for people with empathic abilities or intuitive people, we travel very high. We want to keep ourselves a little bit low. Now, I'm just going to take off one of my bracelets and show you guys something, okay? When you do go, okay, when you go somewhere to purchase something for yourself local, if you don't want to shop online, you don't want to look, I do have many items available to help you out, and I do customized orders. But if you are right-handed, you want to hold whatever it is you're purchasing in your left hand, okay? Because your right hand is the one you use, so it's energy leaving you. Now, this hand, because it's not your dominant hand, this is your energy coming in. Now, how does this make you feel? Do you feel overgrounded? Do you feel that there's too much happening? Do you start to feel depressed, or do you feel relieved? Do you feel that you can identify you from someone else, is what it is. It's the same thing with every crystal that you work with. Every particular crystal. Do you need a little separation, a little meditation time? Okay, well, I want a little meditation time, and I think I'm going to work with the blue apatite. So here we go, light up pyramid blue apatite, and what you're going to do is just turn it on, keep it down in front of you, okay? And you have to remember the pyramid is energy kind of coming from all sides. The shapes, certain shapes mean things. So you just want that basic meditation. A meditation video will come soon. It will come soon. So this is part one of basically of empathic help, what this is. So another one that we deal with, another habit, and again, these are habits of individuals who are empathic. Another one is you discover different commodities, different things within people, okay? You don't judge is what we're trying to say. You don't judge an individual by their picture. You kind of feel who they truly are as individuals. Now, let's take another example. Here we go. An individual on the side of the road, you see them all the time. Individuals on the side of the road, collecting money, homeless, need food. They hold up these signs all the time, and da-da-da-da-da. And how do you know they're true? How do you know they're real? Okay, how do you know they really need help? Some of them really do. But us as people who can get deep inside will know. We'll know if someone does really need the help. Okay? So it's trying to identify a lot of things and identifying and separating how you feel basic to how others feel. Okay? Is this you? Are you really feeling this? Is this someone else? Okay? So it's learning to do that. You're not judging other individuals is what it is. Now, another thing you could do, and again, we're still talking about it, we're living in other people's shoes. Now, you see this person who is homeless. Some people call them derogative names, and I don't. Because there are scam hunters, but there are also individuals out there who truly do need the help. Okay? They truly do need that help. Okay? So, you as an empath, put yourself in their shoes. How did they get there? How do you know that God forbid, their house didn't catch on fire and they lost, say they were a carpenter and lost all their tools. You lose all your tools as a carpenter and you're homeless. Your money's going to take care of your family and a place to stay, not to replenish your tool supplies. So these are things we need to look at. And as individuals and as empaths, those are things we really need. Now, another thing I want you guys to do is I want you to start listening very hard. Really deeply listen to individuals. Listen to them and find out and allow them and give them that chance to open up rather than prejudging. Okay? Judge for yourself. Give yourself that chance, okay? Another cool thing about an empath is you literally have a built-in lie detector. That's another one, okay? Literally, total built-in lie detector. Now, another thing you can do is a social challenge. I want you to literally inspire other people. Is this something you're doing already? Are you on social media? Are you inspiring other individuals to help themselves, to straighten things out or to really get it? And this is the biggest thing, okay? My biggest tagline. You have to forgive yourself. Once you forgive yourself, others will follow. The biggest person in your life you need to forgive is you. Okay? What does this have to do with an empath? Because a lot of times we have a tendency to take on other individuals' issues, other individuals' problems. We feel them deeper than everybody else does as an empath. And yes, people do feel things very deep. But if you find that you're over-feeling it or you have a lot going on and yes, that does happen. It really, really, really does happen. So what I want you to do, okay, is I want you to start to develop an ambitious imagination. Okay, what the heck is she talking about now? All right. Have a little bit of ambition. Social media is like one of the best things for empaths right now. And it was a way that I actually started. I started a different way because back in the dinosaur era, they did not have computers. My kids had to teach me how to use one. Look at me now. It's funny. So, sit there, and if you're feeling something and you're not sure, it's like, where did this come from? Why am I feeling this? Post it. Post it right on your page, right on social media. I do it literally on a regular basis on my Facebook page. And I will sit there and I will say, okay, I'm not really kind of feeling this. It's like, I don't understand this. It's like, because I do get the physical symptoms of others as well. It's like, okay, something's happening and I'm feeling a little bit of pain. So what I'll do is I'll research myself. Literally, research yourself and say, okay, I can feel the shoulder pain. It's going down a little bit, but me, myself, I'm not feeling the anxiety and the panic, but I am feeling that, okay, I think it's up from here, so maybe I pulled a muscle, or maybe it wasn't me. So what you do is you go on, and the empaths that do feel the physical symptoms this will be a habit that I really want you to develop. Go onto the social media and just post. Okay, let's see. I have a pain. Someone out there is having a pain in their shoulder. It is starting to go down their arm. Don't worry about the anxiety. You are not having issues. Go and see a doctor. I think there's a possibility of a pulled muscle. If you identify with this, just say okay. And the moment someone says okay, what happens is it alleviates the pressure from you. And that's what happens when your empathic abilities really, really, really go too far, is what it is. So there are a lot of different things that we can actually talk about. And a lot of people want to improve. You want to improve your empathy. You want to learn to develop your empathy. But what type of empathic ability do you have? Now, there are what is known as 3 different types of empathy. Okay, when we're talking about empathic abilities, there's cognitive, emotional, and compassionate. Okay, now some people will develop all 3 types. Okay, all 3 types of empathic abilities. Now, and other times the empathic abilities have a tendency to interact with our psychic abilities for individuals that are psychic. So now you're getting a combination of the emotions. Okay, you could also have the physical symptoms that are happening. And now you're getting all these other issues and things that are developing as well. So which one is it? Are you, people say, oh my God, you're so emotional. Oh my God, it's like, oh, you're just such a compassionate individual. She cried right along with me. And you know what it is? Because you're really feeling what they're feeling. Okay? Biggest thing right now I want you to get out of this short live is, guess what, guys? You're not crazy at all. Okay? You're not. Learn to write it down. Literally. Bring a little book with you. Talk into your phone. Talk into Bixby or Siri or something like that. Talk into one of them. And explain to them, okay, let's see, I was fine on this date at this time, and all of a sudden I sat down in the chair and I was wrong. So inquire. Inquiry minds. Get that inquiry mind. Hey, I was just wondering, who sat here before me? I was just curious. You know? Curious question. Hey, you know, were they okay? Or something happened? I don't know, it just feels a little off. And you just kind of ask little questions. After a while, you can become comfortable enough with yourself as an individual to be able to develop it. Now, part 1 is understanding. This is empathic part 1. Okay. Now, in empathics part 1, it's understanding there is a large difference in between us and others. There's also a large difference between what we feel and what we're feeling from others. And we have a tendency to kind of absorb and take that, and don't do that. Don't absorb other people's. Okay, other people's emotions, and it's something that we do, but we need to find a place to put it. It's like you're reorganizing your house is another way to put it. Everything needs to find a place in order to have the correct way of organization is what it is. Okay, so take that step back first. Okay, you take a step back, you look around your house, and you're saying, okay, I have a couple of empty spaces up there. Maybe I can put some photos up there. And then, oh, look, there's, I can fit a nice shelf over there with a couple of things. And, you know, maybe if I reorganize that drawer, you're doing the same thing within yourself. You are reorganizing how it is that you are feeling. You are taking it back in. You're pushing it back to the way that it actually should be. Okay, so what I want you to do, and again, this is step 1, and then we're really going to get into detail as far as talking about some more empathic abilities, but this is step 1, is identification. So identify your empathic abilities. Identify that you are an empath. What will happen to you and what will happen for you will be a big relief. This relief will be beyond belief. Totally beyond belief. Because once you feel better, and once you know that, hey, wow, she's right, that's not me. Or you can go right over to www.a2network@gmail.com. Actually, a2network@gmail.com is what you can get over. And again, I want to say thank you for tuning in. And don't forget to hit that bell notification. The bell notification to know when I go live. And subscribe, because there's going to be a bunch of new short videos coming. Things are going to be a lot better off. So what I want to say to you right now is peace out, guys. Okay, I love you. Stay clear, and remember, you are worth it. You are worth it. Remember that. Okay? So rethink, reevaluate, look back. Things will be better for you in the long run. Peace.